Okay. It's time to get across to the main screen. Let's do that. Here we go. Oh, my head's a bit low. Hello. Good to see you all. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. Or good morning, of course, if you're one of our internationals, or middle of the night, g'day. Welcome to a sort of partially late notice stream. I got asked about this the other day, but I kind of had to see how this week played out before I committed to it. This is a friendly 18v18 where we have the Emu War veterans playing off against Only Clans. Now, I know both of these communities very, very well, having cast for them across the last 12 months. And, Big D Premier League, that's where the Emu War veterans came about from, and Only Clans kind of formed up around the start of last year as well. So it's great to actually see them both having a bit of a scratchy match here. It's only 18v18, so I believe it will follow the same format as the 18v80 tournament that's been playing, just finished actually, which has been more of a global competition. But I'm expecting that part of this journey, of course, for these guys is trying to see if they've got teams that can actually play in this. The 18s is a pretty good setup. Now, what is interesting is, as I said before, I've seen both of these teams play frequently in pub matches. I game with these guys various stages on and off. I love forming up in squads with either clan here, and there's so many great players across both clans. But I think the big point I want to mention to you is that Only Clans were definitely the favourites 6-12 months ago in relation to skill set and play style, and Emu War Vets was sort of still starting to get themselves together. I'm really interested to see where we are right now with these two clans. Like, have Emu War Vets boost their skills and their cohesiveness as a clan in that last 6 to 12 months to get themselves to a stage where they're competitive against a team like Only Clans? Because let's face it, in the Oceanic community, Only Clans is at least one of the top 3 clans that is around at the moment in Oceania. Arguably, I'm sure people have different opinions, so good for you. I would suggest that just with the amount of work that Only Clans does in the background of getting themselves set up for competitive gameplay, that these guys are pretty damn good. Now, we are at a point here where we're not too far from starting. You can see there that I've got the Stalingrad map playing in the background, because guess what? We're playing in Stalingrad. Let's see if I've got the right screen here. That's not the one. What have we got here? Let's have a look. Comps. This might be it. Here we go. It's not it. I haven't got the map button. Oh well, my bad. Oh, it's on the warm-up screen, of course. Here we go. Damn, look at that. So they're fighting over 1 point. I'm guessing that we're just sort of getting the setup now. I can see folks are sort of getting themselves squared away. It looks like they're going to fight over Carriage Depot, by the way. So I did get a little bit of information on this from Rabbit. He's been talking to me for the last week. And he's been kind enough, of course, to get the admin cam set up on this server for me. So I will be running 2 cameras tonight, just so you know. We will have that point of view in the top right corner, and I'll have that sitting over the point itself for the entire match. And then occasionally we might pop open the map and have a look at the 2 map screen thing, which I think is really useful no matter what level of comp we're playing in here. But Rabbit was sort of saying this is about Stalingrad, 45 minutes, no overtime. They're fighting over the mid cap. All right, and then it's infantry and infantry abilities, commander abilities, 1 recon squad per side, not allowed to have tanks, artillery, or attack the next point at all. So it is following the 18v18 rules. And yeah, look, I'm interested to see how these guys go. There's all sorts of carnage going on in the background here, by the way. I keep looking at the screen and giggling. But yeah, so fighting over Carriage Depot, we could probably just get ourselves across to the main screen now and have a quick look at what I'm talking about. Here we go. Get rid of that background music for a second. There is... we get some explosions happening. There is the actual map that we're talking about. And there's that top right corner that I was talking about. I'll better get that account set up, actually. It's 1 sec. So let's do a couple of things here. First of all, let's take off the header. There we go. Just to get rid of it. With my second account, we will make a... make that screen happen, make a squad up. And then we'll get it sorted out and we'll get ourselves up into the point. And for those that look at it and go, oh, second account, luxury. You are correct, it is absolute luxury, but I didn't buy it. I was kind enough to be gifted by one of the members of the community, Soupsy. He had a spare key, and we talked about it one day, and he's like, Matt, if you would like a second key to do the 2 camp thing, it's all yours. And so I'm very grateful of that. And so I loaned this. Any of the streamers out there that I know and trust are more than welcome to use this as we watch people dying due to each other. It's just a bit of fun in the background. So yeah, any of the streamers are welcome to use this and help themselves to it. Just let me know and I can share the password and stuff with it for folks I trust. All right, what's the best view here, do you reckon? Do we want to get in from the side? Maybe, I don't know. No, maybe it's worth it up the top. They're changing the map anyway, so clearly something's gone wrong. Oh, it must be they're just going to rush to the centre. So it's not like the 18s where we actually have like they do a setup half, they wait, they're both inside the circle, so in the squares area, and then on go, both teams go from there. If you've seen any of my other matches of the 18s, that's how they work. So we're about to go here, folks. It's 30 seconds. So what they're just going to do is they're literally starting straight at the start by the look of it. And they're racing across the map to each other. So I'll try and get that second screen up. Now we do have a 45-minute timer, which will appear up in the top right. I'll have to move that because I've got the point of view camera now. I'll have to move that somewhere else so it's not annoying you. We'll just get the cameras set up though in a sec. We'll do that straight up. I'll mute myself quickly while we're waiting for that to happen. And I don't want to be talking to the microphone while I'm facing in the other direction. So we'll just do this one on the main screen first. It's almost there. Come on, come on, come on. Running it on that other computer, the laptop I've got hiding in the back there with the with that point of view screen is actually running on my hotspot for my phone. I don't know if 5G is strong enough to run 2 internets at once when I'm streaming, and I don't really want to try it. I want you to get the best view that you can here. We are on the Emu Birdcage server. Right, are they going for this point? Is it actually the center point or whatever point turns up? So we'll just get ourselves up here and get set. Yeah, it looks like they're actually moving onto this. So they've got some markers up, so that's cool. Fix up my other camera now. Here we go, we're just about there. We'll get this nice and tight. Actually, this will look pretty good on these buildings, won't it, this top one? I reckon that's going to look awesome up there like that. And we've got the main screen here, of course, as well. So it does look like it's just a crack on straight into it sort of thing. And the other thing, of course, I said to you before, one of the luxuries I do have having these 2 accounts set up things, whoops, is this. Hopefully it works fine. There we go. Look at that. I do really think this value adds to my streams in the comp scene. I only do comp streaming now, so I guess, you know, whatever I can do there to make that better. And I'm always open to suggestions, by the way, folks. If you've got any ideas that you'd like to see from me, any things that you want me to work on, I'm more than happy to throw that down range. Now, of course, this is a 30-minute delayed stream, so I'm not going to interact with you in chat directly here tonight while I'm streaming. But look, I look forward to you joining me anyway. In probably about 25 minutes, I reckon that's going to start. Maybe even 20 minutes. The idea, though, of the 2 maps here, of course, is we can actually see what's going on in both teams at any given time, which I love that concept. It just gives us, the viewer, the opportunity to understand how the map is actually playing out. And when we're looking at the big picture, like here on that left-hand screen that you can see what's happening on the ground, the map 2-map view gives us an idea of why it's happening. I won't spend a lot of time in the 2-map view, and shit, I've actually forgot to put my timer on, haven't I? There's no timer happening there, so in 30 seconds we will go for 43 minutes on the timer, and I'll have to just click that one and get it happening. We'll go back to the main screen now anyway. Where's our live screen? There we go. Alright, 20 seconds and it will start. So as I said before, you know, these guys are all preloaded in, ready to go here. And once that timer thing goes off, I'll click the start button and it'll be up in the top right, and I'll quickly move that. Do a bit of a dodgy. Here we go. There it is, ladies and gents. The battle is away. Popping the header up. So we are on the EMU War Veterans side. They are the Allies, or the Soviets in this particular case. And the Axis players are, of course, OC. So there's that battle timer up in the top there. Yeah, it's probably okay, isn't it? We might move it. We might just quickly move it. It doesn't cost me anything to move it. We can put it up in the top center of the screen, see how that works. There you go. No, that looks fucking shithouse. All right, so maybe over here, because there's no header bar, so we don't have to worry about that. Look at that. Yeah, no, it still looks shithouse. All right. Why don't we just leave it up here? What do you reckon? Fuck it. Don't muck around with it anymore. We're just watching this play out here, just this first pass that's happening in. They're starting the rain of troops as we go. And we'll get in nice and tight in the action here in the main camera that you're looking at in the main screen. And that top right is just going to stay hovering over the point the entire time. That's the intent. We'll see how we work out. We've got a truck coming down the bottom of the map here. Hagrid there racing around behind. Fat Guy's got 3 in his truck. There's some emus straight onto the point early, and we're just on the bottom of the map here. Well, the top of the map, actually, but the edge of the map, I should have said. Hagrid and Agilon come around the back there, and they'll be trying to get an OP up. OC's really pushed hard on the point early, and they have got there pretty quick. Klausy right in amongst it already. You can see Sharmandork and GQ Jonas and that Fat Guy have pushed in quite nicely there. Trivia's probably setting up a satchel early. We'll keep an eye out for that. Straight up in that play. And around the back there, the guy 23 up on the hill with the machine gun, trying to pick off whatever he can. Copycat there is going to have to be careful coming across. Well, Watch his name is, but Copycat's his old name. Nice kill from Weathered Gumby there. Picks up Klausy inside the building. Great work there. So, but the counter, of course, because the OC guys have got a lot more players here at the moment. It's Thomas too. Great to see you on the field, mate. Bloody sniper, so hopefully he's shooting better than he did the other night when I was watching his stream. And one of our fellow streamers, love working with Thomas too. There's Fiercey around the back there too, probably working as an adjudicator, of course, because he's in the commander spot. There's a flare coming up. How cool does that look? There you go, a little bit of ray tracing there for you occurring. Stop and watch in a moment of Alright, OC really dominating the point here quite nicely. They're going to get the first cap. There's no way that EMU Warvet's going to pick this up straight up. Big kill there, straight up fake for a grenade into the building. Lovely shot from Trivia. Oh, but he's been countered by whoever. I don't even know where those bullets came from. Was that down below us? Yeah, it is. Hagrid, look at that. The Overwatch machine gun are doing a great job here at the bottom or the top of the map. And this will be an OC cap first off. Now, remember, Hagrid almost wore that. I think that probably made him flex a little in his pants. You can see Copycat there in chat is actually telling everybody that Hagrid's down there and shooting them, and they probably need to deal with that. So we'll likely see a single shot action coming out trying to pick him up. At that range, they'll struggle a little bit with anything else. We've got Charmandork and Jig just pushing around the back here onto Death, Trivia and Weathered Gumby to talk about where we're actually located. Remember, it's all about this point and nothing else. And there's a precision strike coming in there from the EMU War Vets. They're obviously trying to pick something up. Here it comes. Oh, not precision strike, a bloody, yeah, that. What you can hear in the background. The rockets coming in. Charmandork and Jig really have set up quite nicely here. And, you know, they're camping, looking outwards into where the War Vets have to try and get across. This rocket strike, we'll just watch that come in. And you can see it coming across that top right camera, of course. And that camera is on the OC side, so that's why they're blue in that particular camera, whereas the main screen here, the blue guys are the EMU War Vets and they are allies, and the red or orange guys are the OC clan and they are Axis. Good rocket strike, didn't pick up a lot though, just picked up the truck in the middle of the building there, so they'll take that as a mini win. Actually, what was that they picked up? Was it just a transporter? It wasn't a supply truck, so that's fine for the AC guys. They've definitely dominated this early though, haven't they? Look at it. Look at how well they're covering the field. Fat guy now pushing around the outside here. No one actually knows he's here. I'm not sure what's going on for the War Vets. They're not really covering anywhere strongly. They had a couple of guys up there in the building. So nice. I don't know if he got picked off then or he redeployed. No, I think he got picked off. They seem to be very pushed back. The War Vets are sort of, they're taking their time here. Remember, they got 45 minutes. We got 38 left on the clock, so certainly a long time. But that's a great kill there. I think Rabid just picked up whoever that was from a few hundred meters away with a machine gun. Not really sure. Here's Pooch, Galaxy and Trivia starting to come in on that right flank, trying to pick up their OC push down that right flank as we look at it here. Charming Dog and Hugh Janus are really well embedded there in that front area, and Hugh is now going to push forwards and start to mess with the back lines a little bit here of the Emu War Vets. And the camera, I've moved the bloody camera, good work there. Not much happening on the point there, obviously. We'll just get ourselves set a little better. That's hovering over railway crossing, not too bad. Probably at that distance. I haven't had time to move my laptop around to the right hand side where my microphone is, so every so often when I turn around to do something on it, you'll of course hear me going over the distance. So I'm going to fix that up this weekend. I'm actually going to reorganise my desk so that I can do this. All right, so where are we at? There's railway crossing way off over there on the right, and here's Emu War Vets pushing in from the southeast side. There, see them down here? Just pushing in from this side. They're just starting to get a bit of cap weight actually because of this this little force that's in here. So nice work there. That'll make the OC guys think about it for a minute. Again, it really doesn't matter too much. At 36 minutes to go, the Stalingrad map is great for being able to approach from many angles. And so even if you lose the point, you should be able to mount an effective attack from different angles there. Nice little kills going on in the background. You can see around just to the east of the point there. Charming Dog just dropped as well, so the EWV are picking up a few. Strafe coming in there. So there is a commander on each team. Because there are strafes and things going in. I didn't actually realise that. So they definitely have a commander on each team. And Guy is the commander for the Emu War Vets, and obviously Piercy is the commander that we saw before for the OC clan. So I guess that's a little bit different than the normal 18s. The normal 18s are just 3 squads of 6. This is somewhat different. So what is the structure? Let's take a look. It is a friendly scrim, so they're not quite matching off against what the 18s that we normally see are. So this must be something they're trialling new, perhaps. I know OC runs some very interesting competitions, or look to run different things. And look at the squads. We've got about 8 squads there. So clearly, it's a very different mindset as to how this works. With some of those limitations that we talked before about things like artillery and armoured and that, you want this to be infantry based. Hugh Janus right around the back there in the trenches. That's a real problem for EWV, and they don't realise he's there. We've got the guy there camping off to the side here, trying to just machine gun down the road, I guess. Torren taking his time, just sort of having a bit of a sweepy looky. It's a nice little spot there. Let's see what he's got behind him. Copycat's coming in as well. So these guys will be gradually pushing down. Torren, nice kill. That's a big long-range kill there. Oh, another kill on the machine gunner too. Great work from Torren. That's going to crack open this flank a little bit. Bars down as well. Magical Arabs managed to pick him up. So nice work of flank happening here from the Emu War Vets. The Blue Forest starting to come in quite nicely here. Copycat and Torren, very deliberate play here. It's really good to see. And they will push in very slowly. The guy, though, he knows that he's got some troubles out there now, so he'll be looking to see where the hell that problem is. Oh, he's pulled the pistol out. He's pistol whipped Arab from about 80 metres away. That was a great pistol kill. Arab will not be happy about that when he sees that in the replay. But now he's getting shot at by a nice pick up there from Copycat. He's picked one up. Navsh and Danger Klaus there, of course, they're hitting the ground as quick as possible. Copycat, great kill, and he's going to push forward to where that OP is. This will be good work from the Blue Four. As they push through here, they'll be able to sweep out some of the... Oh, there's the spawn right there, just where Klaus is running towards there. The guy just came in on a garrison. So Copycat and Torren will be trying to come in there and pick that up and clean it out. They'll have to be careful. They're running a bit too fast. They're not playing the deliberate play. Big kill there from Copycat on Klausy. The guy, though, knows he's there, but he's got a machine gun. Makes it a little bit harder. Oh, Torren's picked one to the face. Pistol whip to the face. He's been picked up. Copycat's gone underneath the building. He's going to hear the guy running over the top, and he's picked him up. Lovely play from Copycat. Well done. I probably should call him Watch, shouldn't I? I shouldn't call him Copycat. I should call him Watch, but we all know him as Copycat. I wonder what the name change was for. I'm sure it was something humorous or clever, no doubt. Now he's watching over that garrison. He'll be probably... Well, can he see it through that window? Yes, he can. So he'll be looking for some easy kills here off of the Gary, but he's got to watch Navsh around the back there. Look how deliberate Look how deliberate he plays here. Just good leaning play. Where's his mate? He's got no one anywhere near him. There's a bombing run that's just, not bombing run, bloody rocket attack that's just gone in nicely there. The guys come in now. He'll get picked up maybe. Yes, he will. Nice kill from Watch there. Nice kill. Nav's to oh, big spawn wave though. Jeez, he's got his work cut out for him. He's definitely got his work cut out for him. Here he goes with the grenade. Out the door. This is a good grenade. It's going to pick up Tom's too, maybe even Bar. Where is it? Oh, big kill. Grenade. What great work. The boys threw one back at him. Didn't manage to pick up anything. Nav's trying to pick him up through the window here. Really good play here from Watch. Really good play. Where's his mate though? His mate's nowhere to be seen. He's spawned in somewhere else. Commissar Gill's pushing around. Watch is going to try and pick up that garrison just to slow these guys down. This is really good stuff here, isn't it? We're just watching what's happening on the point there as well, of course. Here we go. Oh, that's fine now. Yeah, they've sent half the team after him. Nice work there from Watch. Great play there. Torren, probably a bit late coming in now. He'll just sit up at the back there. That was really good, but they know where a garrison is now. So they might be able to do something about that. That interesting though that the Emus have now pulled away half a dozen OC players to try and defend that flank. OC clearly went oh shit and pulled numbers on it, which is probably the right thing to do. They had no idea what was out there. It was a squad leader. He potentially could have set up his OP, but now it's gone back the other way where they're pushing out on that flank. And I'm just watching what's happening over this side. Interestingly enough, the OC team has managed to hold off the Emu War Vets with the additional numbers that they've got compared to what OC had to pull away over this side. That's interesting there. They're not getting the momentum they wanted. Now OC really have pushed out this way nicely. You can see, look at that. They've taken the initiative here and they've run a whole bunch of troops out towards their War Vets line, and that's going to cause them a few problems. Just going to grab a quick drinky here. So, 31 minutes to go, folks. Torren now just doing some deliberate shooting down the railway lines. It is a really good spot to camp on. Nice kill on the guy. So he's picked one down. Here's Watchy again with Torren now. Just working the two out this side. No one else has come out this way yet. They did actually get up there quite nicely. Probably should try and push some more in. Stu with a great kill on Black Moon just then. And Stu will now push in pretty vigorously. Let's have a look at that two-map perspective, eh? Let's see what's actually going on. So you can see the intel from different teams, a bit different stuff. There's an airhead going in at the back there for OC. I don't know how that works. I mean, they can't cap the point. They've got to be very careful how they play this out now. I reckon they'll probably spawn in and try to run across and come in behind the War Vets lines there. Because that's the right-hand map is the OC team, the left-hand map is the Emu War Vets. You can see where the garrisons are set up. OC with their traditional big blob of garrisons all over the place. They're giving them multiple spawn points. War Vets having a little bit more trouble there, of course, and trying to get up to the point. They've got 4 Garys, but one's locked out, probably permanently locked out based on where it is. There's not much you can do about that. Probably a bit of an opportunity to be able to put one down here further, but Watch and Torren are in here anyway. I don't see any work going up through the E column, which I'd expect a little bit more on it. So probably something there for them to work on. Let's get back to the main screen now, shall we? I pressed the wrong button, didn't I? There we go. So we'll just be interested to see what the OC guys do around the back there in relation to that airhead they've got in. Got a little bit of movement now out to the left still. Apples, Black Moon, Arab and Commissar Gill just pushing up on that left flank. I still think they could do more out there, I really do. So we'll just watch how that plays out. Back up on the point itself, we've actually got some of the War Vets have got into the point. Rusty's in there, someone else was there with him but died. And I'm watching what happens with that cap. They're not allowed to cap the other point. It'll probably be an immediate loss if they cap that other point. So if it gets too tight, they'll have to forfeit or suicide. I was just looking at the map just then, and it is because they've got some troops running through that back zone. So this is something that OC clearly were practicing or planning to do to see how it works out. And that's Trauma Stu racing through the back there. He's got to get out of the 4 square zone around the House of the Workers there, otherwise he'll keep capping and he'll stuff that up for them. So if he gets to a point, I guess he'll have to redeploy so he doesn't actually cap it out. Here's Rabid there doing a big spray and pray. Steve got him, but Sambo's done the counter shot. And it's a bit of trade going on in here at the moment. Now, Trauma Stew's been lucky enough that someone from the War Vets is actually back in that zone, and but they've walked out of there now, and he's still trying to race across the back there and try and set up somewhere where he can snipe, I guess, or shoot in there from the back area. He's not the sniper; he's the recon spotter. So it could be a real problem here for them. They need to not screw that up. Oh, War Vets probably didn't. War Vets shouldn't have spawned there. I wouldn't have spawned if I were them. I would have let the OC guys struggle with trying not to cap that, but they've actually saved that from happening. So, yeah, interesting. I'd be curious to know what the rules are about there. You know, I read them before, obviously, about what, you know, you're not allowed to cap the next point over. But there's nothing to say that you can't run through that area, which is what Trauma Stew just did. And now he's camped wherever he's camped down there. He's trying to find stuff at the back lines, and War Vets have saved him from it being a problem, because he probably would have got to a point where he would have had to suicide himself or redeploy himself to stop the cap from happening, which, you know, it's a little bit of a lesson learnt there for everybody, I think, watching this game play out. What's that dropping at the moment? Just a set of supplies. Yeah, so, yeah, interesting. And the OC have now consolidated the point. Death's in there with Spawny. They're trying to do something, I guess. Bullets going everywhere. Nice shots there. They miss Spawny. Those bullets are going around the back here. Emu War Vets are up against it at the moment. They are having a tough time of it. Now here's Igniculus around the back, and that's what Stu and Igniculus would have been trying to do, is get an OP around the back here so they can actually just come in and harass the back lines. So that's smart play there from the OC team, setting up that airhead to be able to do this with their recon squad. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? 26 to go, so we're getting close to halfway through this match. Of course, it was only a 45-minute match. OC definitely have the dominant play here so far, but it is good to see the War Vets are out and about and fighting pretty hard at the moment. Here's old Gumby just racing down the trenches there. He has no idea he's got a machine gunner just off to the side. Rocket Strike coming in on the point, not picking up a lot of people, but it's waking them up and letting them know that they are aware of how frustrating it is to try and get in there. And the stream has now just gone live, so that 30 minutes has passed. Welcome to the stream from 30 minutes from now, folks, I guess. When you hear this, you'll have been watching for about 10 seconds, potentially. Anyway, what else have we got going on there? Still having trouble, the War Vets coming up around this way, but we have seen Black and Apples actually get around the back there with 2 squad leaders. Now, this is where some of those little minor tactics things should be played out. Let's watch what Apples and Black Moon do. And given their location, they are... Well, Fiercey's on the back of a half-track. There's a half-track right there. They managed to get one into the point. You can see now Stu and Igniculus are capping again on that point. And guys should just let it go, because that means the OC guys would have to clear out of there. Fiercey now shooting... Oh, nice kill. Nice kill there. And bombing run coming in now. I guess we don't know where that's going. It's going over the map edge, actually, folks. It's gone up along map edge. OC have dropped it up there. They've picked up something along the map edge there quite nicely. They've missed all those infantry, but there was some sort of spawn or truck or something up there that OC picked up. Moon's tried to get across to that half track and died. I wonder if he actually got his OP up somewhere in here. Yeah, I think they did, actually. They're doing okay. Apples is leopard crawling across the fence here. Pancakes around the back there, just sort of on the side. They've got infantry marks up. Bar and Navish around the back there fighting with Watch and Torrent still. And you can still see in the back zone, Guy now pushing. Let's go see what he does with Igniculus. He knows he's back here somewhere. Guy's trying to get a... Oh, Igniculus is going to see him. He's going to pistol him. Little play. Oh, he's been shot. Yes, he's been hit. Guy's in real trouble. Got to get himself around the corner. Igniculus, very deliberate, probably a bit too slow there. Could have rushed that and maybe had a go. But he's playing very deliberate, Igniculus. He's managed to get his man, though. Guy a little bit over eager there, trying to find him. And again, the Emu War Vets are allowing OC to have people in their back lines by covering the cap for them with enough numbers that they don't have to worry about capping it. And this is something that, you know, let them keep capping, because they will have to redeploy or suicide. I just wouldn't send anybody back there right now. It forces OC to pull their people out of that zone. Anyway, you get the point. So, war vets here trying something on the same area where there's smoke and that, but bars all over it. Charmandock's just been picked up by someone. Guy there is, well, he's still dead, so he must be trying to work something out in that back area. They've got 2 garrisons. They're really getting pushed back pretty hard here, the war vets, right onto their House of Workers area. Watch and Torrent still trying to push against the guy in that garrison that's just down to the 3 o'clock position on the screen. And no pressure on the point at all now, really, except for that right zone. So we might just move the camera over there and get a better... just a better top-down view of what's actually playing out in that particular spot as we sweep around here. Nice kill there from Legion on Huge, but Sullivan managed to pick up his man in response. So trade one each way. Agilon's dead on the side here. Whether Gumby or Death picked him up. Hagrid there trying to sit up again in the same building with the machine gun. So he backs himself not dying too often in that building. Fat Guy's pushing up now. Here's Death. This should be a bit interesting. Let's see what happens here. Fat Guy pushing around the corner. He'll get shot at by Gumby, I reckon. Yeah, oh no, he's picked his man up. Death's right in close here. They know they've got a bit of pressure here. Death's right up into it. And he's been picked up by Russ Rabid. Oh, wow. There you go. So 2 machine guns now setting up in that building. 2 machine guns setting up in that building. Or maybe the rules are that if they lose that cap, it's GG's. So there you go. There you go. I'm interested. I don't know the actual rules. If anybody in chat can actually tell me specifics about what this 18s was about, other than what I was giving. Oh, nice little strafe over the top there. Picks up 1. But more vets are in a bit of trouble here, I think. I could probably look at that as what... Let's just quickly check the rules again. Hang on a sec, folks. I'm just getting that information back up. There we go. So, it's 45 minutes, no overtime. Fight over the mid-cap only. Infantry and infantry abilities. Commander abilities, so I misread that before. 1 recon squad per side. What are prohibited? Tanks, artillery, and attacking the next point. So, yeah, I'm really wondering how that works. They must have some sort of agreement about just as long as the next point doesn't get captured, then it's all fine. A little bit of pressure there. Trivia's in the point. Someone's asked me in chat from 30 minutes ago, when are the fire teams coming back? I will run the fire team invitational again this year. That's my little 6v6 competition for those that don't know. I'm just super flat out at the moment with my job at work, and I've barely just got enough time at the moment to do a stream or 2 on the weekends, and that's literally it. I don't get time to do much else. I've got to run a 5-minute or less video series that I've been planning for quite a while, but I haven't got around to doing it. And but the fire team will come back this year, folks. We will find a gap in amongst all the comps to just run that over a couple of weekends. It's a mini comp, as you remember last time, and you only have to play effectively one night for 2 hours, and then if you make it to quarterfinals and semi-finals, then yes, of course you get the chance of coming back. But last time we had a bunch of Bunnings gift cards were first place, and there were other prizes for second and third and all sorts of things. A lot of prizes came out of it. So I do like to do that for the community, and I'll try and do it again. But not right now, and my rabbits are now eating boxes in the background, so sorry for that. A little pressure just came up there while we were talking, of course. We saw the pressure on the point there from the Emu Wobbits. They had a few numbers here, so I'm guessing the OC guys sent some flankers out, and that's why that pressure was there. That's gone now, and they're just capping it back again. And there's Traumas 2 again in the House of the Workers, just running freelance in the back there and doing whatever he feels like, and making it, it's capping out, but they can't cap that. If they attack that, then they lose. So, again, if I were the War Vets, I'd leave those 2 guys down here that we can see here, and they have to suicide. They're unlikely to get far enough up into here to actually do anything but die, because they can't cap out. So they're looking for Garys, of course. Rabbit could just sit here and shoot him if they try to get in the Garys. Yeah. Anyway, purchase on a little bit more from the War Vets. 18 minutes to go, so we're looking quite sweet here for the last 20 minutes of the match. Things always tend to ramp up a little bit. Get in and have a look at what Hawkeye's doing. Oh, big kill on Pooch. And someone's just asking the War Vets why are they capping our point. That's exactly right. So I think this is one of those rules confusion things where OC are kind of just stretching the boundaries a little bit here, and war vets are not really sure. And Arab's asking if they cap, they lose. That's exactly correct. So we're about to see Trauma Stu and Igniculus maybe screw up royally. They're not far off. Not far off. The war vets. Here they go. So Stu and Igniculus have managed to creep out into that next zone. So they are playing very clever, the OC team. They are really stretching the rules here, but they're clearly allowed to do that. It's, you know, and maybe that's part of why they're testing things tonight and having a friendly match. But definitely, I think a lot of players don't understand why that was being capped, and so are asking the question. All right. Anyway, the pressure's on here now on the point. Pancakes has managed to kill off some of the OC guys, and this is looking pretty good. Let's get our camera. There we go. But camera's back on the point there now. Hovering over the very top of it. As we whip around here, we can see OC are pushing out quite vigorously, forgetting that they actually have to hold that point, or maybe just trusting that their backup force that's coming at the rear there is enough to cap weight it out. Remember, if you're in the circle, I think it's 3-1. But OC have got numbers around the back here at the moment. So, but having said that, the Emu Warvet's pushing up through their front lines where Galaxy Cruiser and Rusty Steel are, and they're picking up the OC team, and they're actually starting to push in quite nicely. Quite nicely. This is going well. I don't know if they're going to have that momentum though, because of the number of OC players that are around the back here. Look at them all there, and there's a few over this way, and you can see there it's flipped back the other way because they've managed to get a couple into the circle. Right up into it. Let's have a look, see what Pancakes has picked up. He's one. He's going for Klaus. He's got two. That's great work, but he's been picked up by the third. A great saving kill from Boone, though. He's just worn a few bullets to the face, and he's managed to get away with it. Good saving kill, though. If Pancakes had picked up Boone there, then it would have been real trouble for OC. So they've just stalled a bit again here. A few OC players there pushing around on the right flank as we look at it right now. Strafe's come through, hasn't really picked up anybody. There's a couple of different things going on. Oh, Gil and Torren and Watch have finally made their way all the way around the back into the OC lines. Do the two maps thing quickly. This will probably be the last time we do the two maps. And just have a look at where we're talking about here. So they are nicely back. Here's that rocket attack coming in now. You can see where OC have pushed forward, down south, and all to the right of the point. We've got, on the left map, you've got the Emu Warvets have got that nice little squad that's been working hard the whole match. They're around the back now, and they're going to cause havoc. So let's get on to the... We don't want to watch this bullshit map stuff anymore. We want to get ourselves onto the main screen, see what they actually do with this now. Torren watching Commissar Gill. They're getting shot in the back there. Clancy's managed to pick up one. He's picked up two. Torren there's going to have to try and help and defend. Did they got their OP up? It's further over. Nice kill there from Torren on Klaus. Bit of a problem here now for OC. 15 minutes to go, and the cap is definitely going in your Warvet's favour. OC have extended a little bit too far forward, and they're going to have to redeploy very quickly and get this squared away. And you can see over the point there, the Emu Warvets are just pushing in on that right-hand side of that top right image. And you can see the OC guys, Hawkeye, Lord, Boone, Rabbit, and Sullivan pushing across trying to clear those guys out. But the cap is definitely in in Emu Warvet's favour. Couple around the back here, look at that. They've cleared out a number of OC players, and there's three right up on the hill there where Igniculus is trying to come in. Igniculus doing good work there up on the hill. Sniper work. Here's some trade going on. Fat Guy and Agilon trying to defend against Rabbit. Rabbit's got his kill first up there. Now he's got to watch. Look at that deliberate squatting on the side of that building. Just sitting hard on the side of that. There's some supplies coming in too, so they'll be trying to get a garrison up. And OC now is Agilon just... no, Hagrid, sorry, just got shot. Agilon managed to pick him up. So a bit unlucky there for Rabbit. One each way, and he did pretty well. There's those supplies coming in. No one to build them now. Arab sort of a little bit in no man's land there in the middle of the stuff as a sniper. Black Moon has gone full paratroop there. He's shot around the back there. He's bounced. That's how hard he was just shot or blown up. He's actually bounced off the ground. That must have hurt. I felt that over here. I really did. OC are just controlling that other flank. You can see guys now in the point. We've got 13 minutes to go. Starting to get a little bit exciting here, folks. Guys pushing in towards Klausy. Sambo. See if Guy can actually pick up somewhere in the corner. He's got to be quick on the bullets. No, absolutely not. There's 3 of them there. Fiercey around the back as well. So that shut down that little attack. Rusty's getting picked off by Sullivan through the building. And there's a lot of... Oh, it is a little bit Tarkov-ish, isn't it? There's definitely a few campers out there in this match, and that's okay because you really do need to do that sort of stuff in these ones. That's what the Fire Team Invitationals are about too. But the thing with the Fire Team is we give you 10 minutes per match, and you have to, like, you might be fighting over this chimney here or something, not actually a cap point. So it's very, very vigorous. Oh, double kill there. Rabbit's the only one left. OC have shut this down. 12 minutes to go. Let's see, 12 minutes to go. What can the Emu Warvets do? Out here, they've actually traded sides, so Hugh Jonas and Jig are moving around one way, Spawning and Black Moon on the other side of the buildings. Let's see if Black can pick up Jig as he got eyes on. He's right in tight here, looking for his man. Jig's watching. They don't know each other there. Big kill there from Jig, straight up snapshot. Spawning as well. Huge didn't even get a shot off. Jig's picked up his 2. Point on the board for Jig there. Huge is going to go against that machine gun. Oh, grenade through the building. Brilliant grenade. Oh, boom, bucket of bullets, throwing down range. Hugh Jones picked up. Charmandorf knows someone's around. Trivia's coming around the outside now. Charmandorf's going to camp inside there. We're going to see one go from each way. Whether Gumby has actually run straight past. He thinks he's there. There we go. Bang. Oh, great shot from hip firing from Trivia. Buckets of bullets works every time, he says. And he does his job. And here's Fiercey now with 3 blokes at once. He's got 1, he's got 2. Rusty's still there. There's the last, and he's got his man back. Lots of smoke there. Really getting into it in this building set, aren't they? Guys trying to push up against Klausy there. Let's see who wins that trade in the background. Yeah, Klausy got that one up. Sullivan right in here. He's been defending here for quite a while. 10 minutes almost to go here. Just over 10 minutes. There's a great kill from up on the same spot as before. The guy is camping on the side of the wall. This is just part of the way the game works. But their garrison is gone here. So they had a garrison there before. It's gone. Completely gone now. What did we have over the back here still? Well, we've still got Watch, which is Copycat. He's just around the back here trying to get some stuff set up. I mean, look where they are. This is a nice little spot for them to try and push the point. Boone, of course, has no idea they've got people in behind him. I'm going to have a drink because this 10 minutes is going to get exciting. And for my regular viewers, I'll give you a little shot. There will be no combined arms here tonight, I don't reckon. You're not going to see a lot of that because of what it is. And it's really just about sort of deliberate play, squad play, that sort of stuff. And, very niche use of the commander abilities, try and target at the right time. So here's Watch and Torren now, trying to sweep around the back and pull up the garrison from the OC team. Trying to get rid of that. And I don't even know where it would be right now. I can probably check the map. Yeah, they've actually got a half track on the point, and Watch is up here. There's actually a garrison up this way somewhere from the OC team. I saw it on the map just before. Somewhere in here there's a garrison. There it is. Is that it? Yeah, there it is, right there. Just to the left of screen. There we go, right in the middle. So Watchy will be looking for that right now. There's a grenade in, picking up something, not sure what he was shooting at. Hawkeye now knows someone's behind him. Watch is picking up, oh no, he's being picked up by Boone. Great kill. And again, the OC team pushing around the back there, just threatening that cap area and clearing out some things. Someone's putting up logos for Chimera. That's going to go down well on this stream. Brave man, Nightmares, brave man. All right. I do actually need to try and get that sorted better so that I've got more options for people, but it's a bit of dicking around that I just don't have time for most weeks, so I apologise. Put up the Australian flag or the New Zealand flag. There you go. OC dominating here, less than 10 to go on the clock. Copycat, Watch, around the back, doing his thing. Probably a set of supplies in the garrison somewhere back here might be timely, but I don't know. Hawkeye trying to push back and find them. Warvets pushing in on this right flank as we look at it just there. Same spot, trying to push through. Stu there, playing tag with Legion and Shamandorf. Galaxy Cruiser wearing it to the face. Classy around the back here, probably picking people up as they come through. Yeah, absolutely. Look at him watch. He's got Gil, he's hit Gil, but he hasn't managed to kill him. Gil's going to put a rocket into that building. He's bandaging. Oh, he picks up Guy though. Nice work, Classy. Oh, what am I saying, Rocket? He's a bloody engineer, not an anti-tanker. He's, oh, I put it the head. How did he survive that? Yeah, there we go. Nice kill from Gil. He's picked up Klausy there in their zone. Ignicula's still around the back. OC controlled the point. 8:20 to go. Sweeping across the field here. Let's have a look. The copycat's dead. I think they're in trouble back here. There's that OP. Hawkeye's pushing back towards it. The trouble, or big grenade. Long grenade. He's going to hear this in a second, I reckon, unless he goes around the other side. Torren's up and ready. Torren's up and ready. They're going to know where it is. Torren got his eyes up. No, he's getting shot at. He's managed to dodge that. He has no idea where it is. Oh, there it goes. Yes. Well played from Hawkeye. He's managed to pick up all of the people that he needed to and take out the OP. So OC dominating here. 7:56 to go. They are going to likely win this. I don't think EWV have got the momentum here to take them back. You can see a marker there. There's a garrison mark. They've managed to kill the half-track, though. Nice work. Didn't even see that. Points still dominated. Probably sweep that camera. Let's get the camera just over to the right a bit and we can have a look at that top-down view. We're just watching that play out. These guys here, lots of machine gun. Pancakes, Apples and Commissar Gill have got all the work to do to get across there. That right side is definitely the way to go, but Klaus is a pretty good shot, as you can just see there. Or was that the machine gunner? Actually, bam, that was a good headshot, whoever did that. Fat guy pushing up on Pancakes. This is another good spot to come up. Look at all that terrain. If we get down and have a nice look at it from ground level, once you get into those trenches, you can sort of push up reasonably well, and you've got a chance of living against those people that can shoot you from half a world away. Pushing across here where Hugh Jonas is running across the field, and watch now, he's been pushed all the way back, and this is the thing they didn't want to happen. They lost that forward attack zone. Oh, nice kill though from Watch. Maybe if they push the numbers through here. Now there's an airhead coming in. Whose airhead's that? That is actually an unusual airhead. That is an OC airhead with 6:45 to go. They're putting an airhead on the point. Oh, Watch has been picked up by Trauma Stu from the back here, and or Igniculus, camping just in front of their back line. If you look at where they are now, this is what they've been trying to do that whole time, is get themselves into this position. So they played that smart. I think it confused the EMU War vets though, so they probably want to just clear up that rule set, or whatever. Trivia, this thing's never rocking up to a scrim on this map again. It's been pretty bloody hard. Stalingrad is pretty hard. Oh, grenaded in the face. Taken down nicely, and a second grenade picks up the back man. Jig shot for the third. That's a pretty good kill set there from Black Moon. He's picked up 3 people, 2 grenades and some bullets, but he's going to get picked up by Lord Boone. He's going to be picked up by Lord Boone. Here's the last rocket, the last hurrah. 5:52 to go. So all these guys will just be getting in the building, hopefully to dodge those rockets. Remember, this spreads out for a fair bit. Oh, Sammy did not run in the right direction there. He should have got inside the building. So that's the end of that. That's one dead Sammy. It's now the rush. We're now in the rush phase. The Russian phase. Here's the airhead. Yeah, that airhead's no good. From the war vets, they put it down in an unsupported area. Hawkeye's managed to pick it up. That'll be the end of that airhead. There it goes. Back across the other side. I mean, it could be just a distraction as well, but look, there's a half-track coming in. That'd be Fiercey bringing in his half-track. Black Moon's made his way. No, he hasn't. Black Moon almost made his way across, then he got shot. This is the last hurrah right here. So that'll be Fierce in that truck. Yep, there we go. So they'll be setting up quite nicely there for the finish, for the win. Yeah, I'm not really sure what this practice is for. I'd be really interested to see, or to have someone explain that to me in chat, what they're actually doing this for. Because it's not the same as the 18s I've been streaming. It's just a well, Shirkles. There you go. 30 minutes ago. Well, 30 minutes from now, folks. Shirkle wrote in the chat. This is just their own format for fun. So this is just something they've set up for tonight. And it is good. It is good practice for both teams to get their skill set up. We've got a lot of comps coming up this year. It is a lot of hell let loose this year. A lot of opportunity for comp stuff. So, yeah, really great opportunity for both teams to sort of shake out the cobwebs and get themselves ready for the big comp stuff. 4 minutes to go here, folks. It's almost all over. It's definitely gone all OC's way, the whole match. The EMU Warvets have had a couple of good plays that I've seen, particularly Watch, pardon the pun, around the back there. He was doing good work. They didn't get enough momentum around the back though. It was just 1s, 2s or 3s at any given stage, and that's just not enough against a a team like OC, they needed a bit more momentum. Rocket over into the hills there, into the building. Here's the bombing run. It's probably going to go straight across the top of it. Yeah, that's what I expected. Fiercey proper bombing run across here and ruined things quite nicely for the Warvets pushing up. Rabbit now just sort of machine gunning from there. There's nobody left on the emu Warvets there, so they'll have their last push in from over this way. We've got that top-down view, of course, top right-hand corner. And look, it's too much open terrain here to get across. They just haven't been able to make it yet. They're pushing, but they're just not getting anywhere with it, are they? So this will be a comprehensive victory to the OC guys. And I think if I was in there and I was the Warvets, I'd still say I've enjoyed it. I do like to play against a stronger team to teach myself perhaps either a bit of humility or to make me stop and think about what my playstyle's doing and what I'm doing wrong. So OC now have consolidated. They've brought everybody back onto the point. That's what we can see right now. Oh, precision strike coming in. Where's that going to? Oh, it's right down here near Pooch. Bit of fun there with the precision. Didn't hit their half track. We're just parked right here. Probably a good spot here actually to have a machine gunner in the top of it. But you know, in this level of competition, everyone can shoot you out of that. So it's kind of a waste having a machine gunner. But I would love to see that a bit more. Maybe they could put a bit of better shielding up at the front, but yeah, you still get shot out of it. Anyway, yeah, there's a comment just there in game. If you see there, just forces a different style of play. Can't just run and gun. That's exactly right. So that's why you saw Watch around the back doing some very interesting play. There's some supplies going in from the Axis forces. Trying to get himself set up to have an attack from around there and doing it very deliberately, very cleverly. So Arab there doing the run across the field went about as well as you would always expect. 1:45 to go, and there is no overtime here, folks. So it's just whatever happens at the 45-minute mark. I think I've got my timer out a little bit, although yeah, I've got my timer out a little bit. So there's only 30 seconds left here. I apologise for that. That's the way it works in that regard. Anyway, 20 seconds left. Well done to OC. Bit of interesting stuff. Someone's talking about it in chat. The side camera's zoomed out too far for nameplate. The whole point of that camera is just to actually watch the dots manoeuvring around, and we look at the main screen for what's actually happening in different areas. Just so that when I moved away from that camera, from the capture point, you could always still see what was going on in there when I was looking at other parts. All right, so that's the GGs. That's the end of that. I just guess we'll have a quick look at the two teams. That's the Emu Warvets on the left, and we can probably go to our 2 map, can't we? And you can see both teams there. So yeah, the no, it doesn't come up at all very good, does it, with the thing? So we'll get rid of the 2 maps. Sorry about that. Back to that one. So that was the end of that, folks. Good play. Some nice numbers there. If you can see the numbers for both teams, how they went. Plenty of attack there for the OC team. A lot of defence. Yeah. All right. I think I might end up there. We'll go back to the warm-up screen. Let's get ourselves back across to that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was... We'll get rid of the map. That was the Emu Warvets and the OC guys and girls having a game, a nice scrim game, 18v18, different to the comp 18v18 that I stream. Obviously, that had a commander doing things and some other little rule sets around them. Maybe trialing some stuff out for future comps. Maybe just doing a Saturday night for shits and giggles. That'll do me. I'm going to call it quits there. I might, in 30 minutes time, if there's another streamer up and running, I will actually probably do a raid. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this random little stream tonight. I'll be doing a HC8 match tomorrow afternoon at about 1300 hours Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So I hope you can join me then. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.